with me and my brother right here. I don't know if you still call yourself Mo Beats. You lost your love for the making beats. I don't know what to call you. I don't know if I should call you Mo Beats.
Yeah, just whatever. It's good. It's all good. Call me Mo Beats. It's good.
Mo Beats. Oh, you like DJ Vlad. People still call you Vlad. Even people still call him Vlad, DJ Vlad, even though he's not a DJ no more.
You got to go where the money is at, you know? I mean, I still love music. Music would always be there.
Man, you just a sellout like the rest of these Anyway. But yeah, man. So what's your whole take on this whole Black Lives Matter shit? Because, you know, what's your whole take on this, you know?
I feel with the Black Lives Matter, I feel that it's some ulterior motives. You know, first of all, we have to ask ourselves, is it really black people behind it? Who are the people behind it? And then when we go deeper down the rabbit hole, we'll see what their ulterior motives are. But I seriously doubt that it has anything to do with black lives at all. It has more to do with racial tension. Because racial tension creates instability. Racial tension keeps people, you know, divided. You know, it's profitable to keep certain people divided. So they're trying to play into that to keep this whole, you know, one group of people hating one another while the other group of people feel guilty, you know, that kind of a thing. That's what I feel. I definitely don't feel that it has anything to do with black lives, you know.
Yeah, man. So me being the biased questioner, because a lot of these motherfuckers reporters that be on Fox News and these fake ass corporate news motherfuckers, corporate news stations, they ask a bunch of biased questions. So I'm gonna ask my biased question. How you feel about these Democrats, aka Democrats, aka Democrats, and their take or their influence in the so-called Black Lives Matter movement?
Yeah, great question. Well, first of all, most people, and I'll go back to your question, but I feel that most people in this world have been programmed, especially black people. They've been programmed. I feel that when black people were born, they were given an identity like you must either follow Islam, right, become a Muslim, or become a Christian. So on the religious side, that's the brainwashing right there. They've been programmed into doing that. They have to conform to that. And then on the political side, they've been told, well, you have to be a Democrat. This is our movement. This is what's, you know, this is what's for us. But if we go back, if you do a little of research and go back to the 60s, we would realize that even after Black Wall Street was burnt down, black people were striving until the Democrats, right? The black Democrats came in, right? And at the time, we didn't know. We thought that they was doing it in the best of our interests. Like, okay, let's march, let's protest, let's ask for equal rights, right? Let's lobby for equal rights. Hope I'm saying this correctly. But yeah, that's what we thought was the goal. But then come to find out, it took us away from our independency, right? It took us away from our unity. We were more united before the Democratic Party came in. We were more business-minded before the Democratic Party came in. So when that happened, it pretty much put us under, see, I have to use my words, I have to be politically correct, but it kind of like put us under the spell. It kind of like put us under the spell of a certain group of people.
Hold up.
Yeah.
This politically correct shit is the reason why we're here.
Yeah, so I feel that the Democratic Party kind of like put us under the spell at the expense of a certain group of people. See, they created the Democratic Party to put us in the state that we're in now. So just like I said, religion, and there's a reason why I mentioned religion, right? Because religion hasn't really done anything for us. Neither has the Democratic Party. done anything for us. If anything, it has done a lot worse for us.
I disagree with you on that.
Okay.
When Obama was president, didn't we get Obama phones? Come on.
Yeah, so
anybody that's in the comment, anybody that's watching right now, listening right now, whatever. I mean, do you agree with me? I mean, he did. I mean, wasn't Obama phones kind of beneficial?
you try to be funny. I would say Obama was kind of like a 2008 version of Martin Luther King. He came on the surface, which pretty much seemed innocent at the time, right? Like, I'm for black people. I'm trying to represent black people. I'm a Democrat trying to represent black people. But then behind closed doors, it was ulterior motives. So that's what I would have to say about Obama. I don't think Obama had anything to do. First of all, he didn't come in to do anything for black people, and I don't think anyone will. I feel the Republican, first of all, let me put this out there. I'm independent. I could care less about either party. I'm not a Democrat, neither am I a Republican. But if I was going to have to pick a side, because you have to pick one, I would pick Republican, just based on the fact of what the Democratic Party has done and still does to the black community, which is nothing. If anything, they set us back. Let me use this analogy, if I may, right? There's this analogy that I would like to use when it comes to the Democrats. Back in the slavery times, we had, of course, the field Negroes, right? And we had the house Negroes. Well, the Democrats, to me, are the modern-day house Negroes, in the sense that they go to the house to report to the master, right? The master gives them orders, tell them, listen, this is what you have to do to the Negroes on the field to keep them in check and report back to me. So they're pretty much the gatekeepers for the black community. They're the ones that keep the black community in the state that it's in right now, right? Given orders by, like I said, a certain group of people, and then, so they're pretty much the house Negroes. So that's pretty much where I leave it at that.
And also the Democrats, a lot of black people don't see. This is why I hate it when black motherfuckers, so-called black people, don't do the research and they deny their history and they hate reading about their own fucking history or don't want to know about their history. This is what happens. You get down with a group of people or you vote for a group of people that was against you since the beginning. Since the beginning, not to say the Republicans were angels, but the Democrats, they were the biggest slave masters. I don't know who was the biggest slave masters, the Republicans or the Democrats. I don't know, but definitely the Democrats. They were the let's not say biggest, but they were known for being slave masters. They were known for being slave masters. In the 1800s, I don't think there was no. Then again, I don't want to speak on that. I don't know if there was any black Democrats in the 1800s. Maybe I don't know. I haven't done no research on that. I don't want to speak on shit that I don't know. Like an average black person that be on fucking YouTube thinking they know fucking everything, and these motherfucking niggas that be on Vlad TV. Vlad TV have the worst motherfucker. I swear, the fans of Vlad TV, they're like the worst. A lot of them are the stupidest niggas you can find in the motherfucking hood. But anyway, not all of them, but a lot of them. But anyway.
Yeah, I want to touch on what you just said regarding if they had the Democratic Party back then. You see, this is how I view the world. Everything that's taking place in the world, this is how I view the world. Everything that's taking place in the world has already happened. Everything that's happening in this world it evolves, right? Like, for example, wood has been in existence since how long, right? Forever.
What has been in existence?
Yeah, woods, trees have been in existence forever, right? So maybe at one point they used the woods to make tables. Then it went from not just tables to maybe using it to make paper, to make money, and to make whatever, right? It evolves. So the point that I'm trying to make is this. When it comes to comparing, like trying to say if the Democrats have been in existence. They've always been in existence. It was just in a different form. Like I said, they were like the House Negroes. Those are like the Democrats of back then. It just wasn't in a political form. But everything in this world always evolves into a different form. That's just the way it is. Even us as human beings, right? That I don't want to go into something else, but even us as human beings, we don't die. We transition into a different form. So everything in this world kind of like evolves into a different form. You know, just like now we have music in MP3 format. Well, maybe 50 years ago, we had it on vinyl or 4-track or whatever, cassette. So we always had music, but it was just in a different form. It evolved now to something digital or virtual. So yeah, that's pretty much my take on that.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Those who's watching or listening, drop a comment. Drop a comment on that. What y'all think? And you can disagree all you want. You know, you can say anything disrespectful, but we're just not gonna read the shit.
Yo, I just want to say something quickly. I just want to let people know, just because I don't support Democrats doesn't mean I support Trump either. Because you know how black people are, right? They feel, well, if you don't like one thing, then you must like the other.
What you say about Democrats? You support Trump? Man, fuck Donald Duck and fuck Obama. How about that?
Exactly. I don't support neither, because I know either side, they're here to enslave people. I support what I believe in. Everyone in this world came for a purpose, right? That's within themselves. But unfortunately, most people have been brainwashed into believing or looking outside of themselves for leadership.